We walked through the darkness. We made a pact not to dance with the devil, even when the devil seemed to have a heart. He said we'd never be sorry for what we'd done, and we never allowed the devil to come to the party. You can't fix this. You lost a friend. Hearts breaking. Right and left. Friendships break like glass. And the devil pours another glass. So easy. The devil pours a glass of champagne as someone new to dance. So easy to ruin people's lives. Twirls around, starts to laugh. Tear up the invitation. Hear the bells ring on the hour. Twirls around and he laughs. He said we'd never be sorry for what we've done, and we never allowed the devil to come to the party. You can't fix this. You lost a friend. Hearts breaking. Right and left. Friendships break like glass. And the devil pours another glass. No, we never allowed the devil to come to the party. Yes, we said that we would never be sorry for what we've done. Never go to the party if you think you won't come home. Never dance with the devil. You lost a friend. He will burn you down. Right and left. Never dance with the devil. You lost a friend. He will burn you down. Right and left. Never dance with the devil. You lost a friend. He will burn you down. You lost a friend. No, never dance with the devil. You lost a friend. He will burn you down. You can't fix this. You can't fix this. You can't fix this. You can't fix this.
Hi all. Welcome to the inaugural production from the Resilience Group via Zoom and YouTube. I'm Corbo. Canes. And I'm one of the resident artists with the group, as well as co-director of this here shindig with my good chum, Jacob Garwood. You'll be seeing him in just a second. The Resilience Group was founded for a few simple reasons. To keep working as artists, to uplift one another and others as artists, and to keep creating in some of the darkest and most confusing times my contemporaries and I have yet to live through. In the face of all of it, resistance. We're so excited to bring this reading of a new work, Lazer Gator, by my lovely friend Joan Milburn, my lovely fast friend Joan Milburn, who's actually here with us tonight. Clap it up for her, or I guess raise your hands. But the work of a writer is truly never done. So if you stick around after the show, we'll also be hosting a little talk-back session with the full creative team. We'd love to mutually pick brains about the show you're about to watch. So be sure to send any thoughts, questions, feedback, or jokes in the live chat as the show progresses. But don't pull focus. In all seriousness, we're operating on a slight time delay, so that'll be the best way to make sure we catch any and all responses. In a way, it's almost like you're getting a live telecast of our play from the slight past. Huh. Anywho, make sure to turn off all electronic. Don't do that. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this special live telecast from 15 seconds ago of Lazer Gator.
Treatment 1, August. Darkness. The sounds of a city. The sounds swell and morph into something unrecognizable, something electric. Then, something sterile. Then, elevator music. Lights come up on a small yet eccentric waiting room. This is the waiting room of the Lazer Gator Tattoo Removal Clinic. There are chairs, some magazines, more cactuses than you would expect, a calendar, and a front desk branded with a garish logo. Behind the desk sits Phoebe, the receptionist. Next to her is a door that leads to unseen treatment rooms. Ryder, a longtime Lazer Gator patient, enters.
Hey, stranger.
Ryder, long time no see. You're
She looks at her computer.
early.
I was in the neighborhood.
It's good to see you.
You too. How you been in the week since I last graced your waiting room?
I've been good. Good-ish. I've been okay.
Just okay?
Yeah, I started my classes down at the community college, which is just about as blah as it sounds, except I'm in this feminism and religion class that's really cool. The professor brings her dog to class sometimes. She has a basset hound. His name is Oliver.
That's my dad's name.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, crazy. I didn't know your dad was my professor's basset hound.
Honestly, it would beat what he's doing now.
Which is?
He's bartending in Atlantic City.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, kind of, but he's... Yeah, anyway, what else is new?
Oh, Allie and I got kicked out of our apartment.
Why?
Because we have this neighbor and he's like really stupid. He's a Republican, but like a bad Republican. And he always glares at Allie and I from down the hall when he's bringing his dog in from a walk, which is always when I'm getting home after Allie picks me up from work. He has one of those dogs, what are they called? It's like if a regular dog got its snout bitten by a wasp, the target dog.
A bull terrier.
Yeah, he has one of those. And guess what its name is?
What?
Catherine. But he calls it Cat for short. How dumb is that?
Pretty dumb.
Yeah, so he can't be trusted, right? Anyway, apparently when he was taking out his garbage one night, he smelled a strong odor of marijuana and...
Seriously kick you out for smoking pot?
No, but when they came to follow up with us about the complaint, they saw that we had 4 secret cats that we hadn't paid the pet deposit for, which apparently was like a really stupid, but also legitimate violation of our lease.
Damn. I'm sorry. That sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it was.
Where are you now?
We're currently above Allie's uncle's garage, but we probably can't swing staying much longer. We are looking for a place, though.
Good.
I'm hopeful.
Good. And Allie's still treating you well?
Better than ever. Thanks for asking.
Of course. And if you need any suggestions.
I know. You're my guy.
I am.
My real estate guy.
That's me.
I never thought I'd have a real estate guy.
I never thought I'd be a real estate guy.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can pick up what you're putting down, if you know what I'm saying.
What?
Don't you sell like fancy condos or something, I don't know, fancy? I
Sometimes.
can't afford you.
I haven't heard that since my mom left me on the stoop of the fire station.
That's horrible.
It's true.
It is?
Yeah, kind of. She came back eventually.
Shit, I'm sorry for laughing.
What? No. If I didn't want you to laugh, I wouldn't have said it.
Okay, good.
Being able to laugh at yourself is an important skill, Phoebe.
Trust me, I know. I have shit parents too.
Well, in my experience, sometimes the shittiest parents produce the coolest kids.
Sometimes being the key word.
Yeah, well,
How are you? It's been
She looks through her computer.
a little over 3 months. What's been up?
not much.
Ryder sits.
Come on, you can do better than that.
It's been 3 months. The work's been good. I'm still riding high from this killer deal I closed last week with the most impossible client.
What was so impossible about them?
You know Sparks Wireless?
No.
The big electronics company.
Capitalism is not my strong suit.
Well, it's this big company, right? But it's owned by these two brothers.
Okay.
These brothers has a son named, drumroll please, Bartholomew.
Oh no.
Yes, and Bartholomew has never worked a day in his life. He only wears salmon-colored or seersucker board shorts and polos and is engaged to this woman named Regina. Regina is the female version of Bartholomew, if you can imagine. Now, Bartholomew and Regina need a new condo. Great, I got plenty, but for the son of an electronics mogul, this kid cannot be reached.
Really?
Never answers his phone, never responded to my emails, nothing. I pursue Bartholomew for months, trying to nail down this deal. Then one night 2 weeks ago, I'm at a bar down the street from my office, and I see him there, just sitting alone, if you can believe it. Guess what I did next?
Punched him?
No, better. I bought him a drink.
Okay.
That no one had ever bought him a drink before.
Well, he is like a millionaire, so
We get to talking. He hops on this soapbox about how his father won't trust him with any part of the company because of his DUI charges from college, which he didn't finish. Blah, 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 blah. I listen, we drink, and at the end of the night, I got him to come back to the office and sign the papers.
wow.
Right?
Is that legal?
What?
Just never mind. Go on.
A week later, Regina sent me an edible arrangement to the office as a thank you gift. I have enough cantaloupe to last me till spring.
You literally befriended him into a condo and you got an edible arrangement out of it?
I did.
Impressive.
Other than that, nothing's really been up.
How's the tattoo?
Fading.
Good.
Not too fast, though. It'll be a while till it's faded enough to get covered, so you'll be seeing plenty of me.
Good. You're my favorite patient.
Really?
Yeah. All the rest are like suburban moms, and sometimes they bring their kids. I don't like kids. Well, kids don't like me. I also have a lot of just regular, boring people. Oh, also, you know what we've had a couple of recently?
No idea.
Corporate guys with frat tats.
Rat tats?
Fraternity letters. Can you believe it? I would sooner eat my own foot than join one of those clown committees.
Do they even have Greek life at community college?
I don't know, man. I've never looked. I try to stay on the campus for as little time as possible.
You know, I was in a frat.
You were not.
I was.
Oh, scrub.
A long time ago.
Obviously.
I'm old now.
Whoa, old.
Ancient.
I'm glad you don't have a frat tat.
Me too. Man, I can't even imagine the range of ink you get in here. You know, I rarely see any other patients. Is that normal for you guys?
Honestly, no, but you always come on Sundays, which is always our most empty day.
That surprises me.
Why? Scared to admit you have nothing better to do on your Sunday afternoons?
No, I just...
Lots of people also go to church and stuff on Sunday.
Well, unfortunately, it's my one day off from work. I figured it would be the same for others.
It is. It's just more spread out. I don't mind it. I can get homework done. And it gives us more time to talk.
That's true.
Do you need ice for your tattoo?
Yeah,
1 pack or 2?
1 thanks.
Phoebe pulls out an ice pack from below her desk. She hands it to Ryder.
While you ice, I'm gonna go have a cigarette.
Phoebe,
What?
we've talked about this.
I know, but it's my body and I can trash it if I want to, blah, blah. I only have a few minutes till the next appointment.
How do you know I won't rob the place?
We have CCTV.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I don't really know why you would.
Phoebe stands holding a pack of cigarettes and a lighter.
God is watching. And the NSA. Make good choices, Ryder.
She smiles and walks out. Ryder sits in a chair with his ice pack and flips through a magazine. At one point, he checks his phone. Maybe he whistles. Maybe he hums his favorite song. Maybe he does nothing. After some time has passed, Nadine enters, timidly. She looks around. Ryder looks up and sees her. She looks at the empty front desk, then at Ryder, then around the room.
Are you here for an appointment?
Yeah, I'm a little early.
Yeah, she just stepped out.
Oh, okay.
Probably good that you're early.
I'm usually early to places,
There'll be some paperwork.
especially the doctors for that very reason. Well, I guess this isn't really a doctor. Good either way, I suppose.
Yeah.
They look at each other. Nadine sits. She sees the ice pack.
Are you...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a patient here or a customer. I'm icing the spot I get treated today.
Oh, should I?
You'll know. She'll be in any second. Some people prefer not to use ice. There's reasons she can tell you. I can't remember them off the top of my head. I personally find it helps with the pain. You all right?
I'm nervous.
B.
It really hurts, doesn't it? I read on the internet that sometimes it can, like...
Getting the tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing to worry about.
Well,
What?
I don't exactly remember getting the tattoo.
Oh,
It's one of those tattoos.
those tattoos.
A bittersweet reminder of my sordid youth.
Well, I still think you have nothing to worry about.
Thanks.
I'm Ryder.
Nadine,
Nice to meet you.
you too.
After a moment, Phoebe enters. She sees Nadine.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I was just...
No worries at all. I'm early.
Let's get you checked in.
She scuttles behind her desk and gets onto her computer. Nadine follows.
Nadine?
Yes.
First appointment?
Yeah.
Great. What will we be working on today?
So I have this, like,
You know what? Don't even worry about it. I'll let Erin know and she'll get you taken care of. I do have some paperwork.
She grabs a clipboard with a new patient paperwork and hands it to Nadine with a pen. Nadine fumbles with it a bit, but takes it successfully.
Let me know if you have any questions.
Thanks.
She takes it and sits down. She flips through it. Phoebe looks at her computer. Nadine looks at the paperwork. Ryder looks around the room. Suddenly, Erin comes out of the door, still wearing her protective goggles and gloves.
Do we have any orange juice?
Orange juice?
In the mini fridge below your desk, there's none in the back.
Erin checks the fridge under the desk.
Nope.
What about apple juice? Gatorade, anything with some sugar?
I have some Capri Suns, but they're my personal Capri.
Phoebe stiffly hands Erin a Capri Sun.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm working on Alice's back and she...
Erin notices Nadine is listening. She quiets. Nadine focuses in on her paperwork, but continues to listen to the conversation.
She fainted.
Oh, poor thing. That's what, the third time now?
Only the second. She's fine. We're just not going to move forward with the lower back.
Okay,
Can you make a note of that in the computer?
absolutely.
Erin turns to Nadine and Ryder.
I'll be right with you guys.
Thanks, Erin.
Thanks.
Erin exits. Nadine turns to Ryder.
Did she just say someone fainted?
Oh, yeah, but
Oh, God.
it happens. It's okay. It usually only occurs with big tattoos.
Well, how big is big?
Oh, no, never happened to me. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't usually get nervous like this. I just don't really like procedures of any kind.
At least you're not a crier.
Ryder looks to Phoebe.
What?
Not helping.
Sorry.
Another silence. Nadine finishes her paperwork.
Do either of you want a Capri Sun?
No, thank you.
Hell yeah.
It's orange.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Do you have any grape?
Of course I do, but they're for me.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
After Ryder retrieves his Capri Sun, Nadine delivers her paperwork to Phoebe.
Thanks. Erin will be out soon.
Okay.
She returns to her seat. Ryder sips his Capri Sun.
So, have you done this a lot? Or have you been getting treatment for a while?
For a little less than a year.
Oh, cool.
I got a bit more to go.
Oh,
Color tattoos, man, they really come back to bite you.
yeah. Mine's black and white.
Hey, that's good. Probably won't hurt as much.
That's good.
Are you doing a full removal or are you just covering up?
What?
Oh, sorry. That probably made no sense. Are you getting the tattoo fully removed or do you want to just fade it so you can get a tattoo over it?
People do that?
Yeah,
A lot, actually.
Wow.
I'm doing that.
So you're...
Get another tattoo over it, but one that's nicer and more tasteful. At least more so than the splotchy dagger I have now.
You have a dagger tattoo?
Yeah, well, I have faded one. What? Do I not look like the sort of guy who'd have a dagger on his chest?
No, it's just... I didn't mean to laugh. I just... What are you gonna get to, cover it?
I got some ideas, but I haven't settled on anything yet. It's something celebratory.
Wow, that's really brave. Way to make the best of a bad thing. I mean, I'm just getting mine removed.
That's really cool, too. It's amazing what these lasers can do nowadays.
Yeah, it really is. Thankfully, I'm ready to forget about it. But, it's kind of hard when it's literally part of your body.
That's true.
It could have been worse. A lot worse. I could have woken up with a face tattoo.
What do you have against face tattoos?
Nothing. I just don't think that would really go over well. In my professional life.
Fair enough. I think you would look great with a face tattoo.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah?
Ryder sips. Nadine watches, then realizes she's been watching a little too long and looks around the room. Ryder continues to sip. After a moment, Nadine watches again.
What?
Nothing.
What?
It's just, you look funny drinking that.
Do I?
It looks so small in your hands.
Well, you know what they say about men with big hands.
Nadine was not expecting this. Phoebe audibly gags.
Oh,
Oh, God, that was awful.
that really was awful.
I thought it was kind of funny.
You have not been on your game with the jokes today.
Glad at least one person around here appreciates my humor.
You guys are funny.
Don't let her hear you. She'll get a big head.
At least mine is not stuck up my ass.
Hey.
Sorry, that was a little aggressive.
Are you guys like old friends or something?
Oh, no, we actually met,
Here, if you can believe it.
Oh, wow, really? You guys seem so
Ryder
close.
is like grossly talented at talking to people.
well, actually,
Really.
Yeah, I can see that, I guess.
it's a distraction at least.
I do feel distracted.
Glad. This should be a liberating experience.
Nothing like getting burned with a laser to get you to let loose.
I realize how bad that sounded as it came out my mouth.
I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've wasted a lot of emotional energy worrying about this. My tattoo.
I know the feeling.
It's a lot to deal with.
But we made it here. We get a second chance, and that's something to be grateful for.
You're an optimist, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
And a Leo?
Yeah, damn, that's cool.
It's my secret superpower.
I gotta admit, I'm not that well versed in all that.
At least you know your sign.
Can you do alignments?
What?
Alignments.
Nadine and Ryder look at each other.
Have neither of you played Dungeons and Dragons?
To think you made fun of me for being in a frat.
I did, and I will continue to do so in the future. I'm a chaotic neutral.
Of course you are.
I'll definitely look into it.
Erin opens the door.
Alrighty, Nadine,
That's me.
come on back.
Nadine starts to get collected.
Where's Alice?
She's just gonna lay down for a bit. I put her on the air mattress in my office.
Okay, I made a note in her chart on the computer.
Thank you.
Nadine walks up to Erin. Before she exits, she smiles back at Ryder. Both disappear behind the door. Ryder walks up to throw away his Capri Sun.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Shoot.
Whatever time she schedules next, schedule me after.
Are you gonna like...
I just want to get to know her. She reminds me of someone.
Wow, that was vague.
He's for me.
Yeah, I will.
Thanks.
But be nice to her.
Why wouldn't I be?
I didn't say you wouldn't.
I will. It's literally a short meetup 3 months from now.
Okay.
Thank you.
You really are good at talking to people, but you weren't very good at talking to her. That means you feel like there are stakes.
Thank you, Dr. Phoebe. I didn't think I was that bad.
Yeah, whatever. I'm really glad I got to see you today. Life kind of sucks right now.
You and Allie will find a place and it'll all work out. I promise.
I know, it's just... Have you ever felt like you have so much time, but also so little time to accomplish the things you want? Like, I'm 23 and I have so much time, but also I feel like there's a clock above my head sometimes and it's just ticking away and my body is already getting wrinkled in some places. What the fuck is up with that? I just feel very, I don't know, aware of my own existence in a way.
I understand. And I felt that. Well, it's unfair to equivocate. I'm older.
Ancient.
The best advice I can give you is to just keep doing you. Do what makes you happy. Surround yourself with the people who make you happy. And don't make plans with shitty people because you feel like you have an obligation to them. You're only responsible to you.
Thanks for saying that.
You're welcome.
Don't you want to know?
Know what?
What tattoo Nadine is getting removed?
No?
Good, because I wouldn't have told you.
Okay.
I'm honestly curious.
You know what it is.
Yeah, but I want to see it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I guess it's getting removed one way or another.
True. I know what that's like.
Firsthand.
Kind of agonizing.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I don't think anyone thinks they're going to get their tattoo removed when they get it.
If they did, they'd be stupid.
Time just happens, I guess. Changes in circumstances.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Erin pops back out of the door. She has her protective glasses on and her gloves.
I need another Capri Sun.
On it.
She retrieves it, hands it to Erin, and Erin promptly exits. Phoebe and Ryder look at each other. Blackout. Treatment 2, November. Lights up on Phoebe, alone in the shop, sitting at her desk. She has a grandpa sweater on over her uniform, and there are still Halloween decorations up on the walls. Elevator music plays. Ryder enters with 2 coffees.
God, I love this weather.
I don't like the cold.
I like that sweater.
Me too.
It's weather like this that just puts me in a good mood. In the mood to indulge in a grossly overpriced coffee.
Is that for me?
What would it be for?
I don't know. Nadine?
Know what she likes. I do, however, know that you, my friend, are a fan of caramel.
He walks over and hands her the coffee. She sits.
Fan is an understatement. I'm a slut for caramel.
She sips again.
This is so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Allie and I have been drowning in Folger's instant coffee crystals. I think I forgot what the real stuff actually tastes like.
From the shop just down the block. It's really good.
I know. It's just, as you said, overpriced.
So how are things?
Money-wise? Gross. But me and Allie found a new place.
Wow.
On the east side.
That's great, Phoebe. How is it?
It's a shithole. But it's our shithole.
I'm so happy for you guys.
Thanks. It's very, quaint.
And the cats?
Well, we are down to 3 now.
Oh, no.
No. Dwayne got adopted. We were just fostering him for a little while.
Oh, well, good for Dwayne.
How are you?
Good. Actually, really good.
Oh?
I got a promotion.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do I detect a note of uncertainty?
No, well, yeah, a little.
It's too soon for the good life to be getting you down, my guy.
No, it's not that. I had this trip planned for next year. This really great trip. When I was younger, I always wanted to go traveling, but my parents weren't together and things were hard on both sides, so we never really got to go anywhere. I didn't even leave the state for the first time until I went to college, and now, years later, I finally got everything worked out, but this promotion has different seasonal requirements, so I'm going to have to be at the office. I'm still going to go on the trip, though, I think. I just have to rework some things.
Wow. Where are you going to go?
Greece.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm secretly a huge Greek mythology nerd.
No way.
Way.
I fostered a cat named Jupiter once.
That's Roman mythology.
What?
Jupiter was the god of all gods in Roman mythology. It's Zeus in Greek mythology.
Wait, there's a difference?
Kind of.
I find it counterintuitive that you like Greek mythology, but not astrology.
Each their own, I guess.
Greece, is that it?
Well, I wanted to maybe check out Italy as well, but I don't know now.
Damn, I wish I could travel. I want to go to Ireland. I want to see the Ring of Kerry.
What's the Ring of Kerry?
I don't fucking know, but I want to see it.
You will.
Yeah, we'll see.
I like the decorations.
I'm seeing how long Erin will let me get away with leaving them up.
I think they add to the feng shui.
Right? So, are you excited?
Or?
Nadine?
Yeah, I guess. It's been 3 months. I doubt she'll even remember me.
Oh, she will.
Perhaps.
There was a spark between you.
A spark?
Yeah, you know.
Wow.
Give me a break. I've been up since 6.
Jesus, when did your shift start?
Not until 11, but Waffles has been having night terrors. It was my turn to get him back to sleep.
Waffles is...
The calico.
Oh, Waffles.
Poor thing. I can only imagine what must be going on in his little head.
Wonder what he's scared of, if anything.
Humans, probably.
What?
Well, I imagine it must be scary to be a defenseless animal in a world as fucked up as ours. And we did that. Humans. I don't know.
Oh no, it makes sense.
Suddenly, Nadine enters. She's visibly upset and distracted. She looks up and notices Phoebe and Ryder observing her.
Hi.
Hey, Nadine.
Again?
She sits down. Phoebe and Ryder exchange a glance.
Nadine?
Yeah?
Do you need ice?
I'm okay, thanks.
No problem. I'll text Erin to let her know you're here. Shouldn't be more than a few minutes.
Thanks.
Nadine looks at Ryder, who sips his coffee timidly. She motions for him to go to Nadine. He mouths something to Phoebe like, I don't want to bother. But eventually he gives in to Phoebe's instruction. He goes and sits a chair away from Nadine.
Hi.
Hey, how you been?
Okay. Pretty stressed. Sorry for all that.
What?
That dramatic entrance.
It wasn't dramatic.
It's been a day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Don't ever plan a wedding.
A wedding. Oh, are you?
Yeah, I am. Kind of wishing that I wasn't right now. I didn't mean that.
No. I get what you're saying. I can't even imagine how stressful it must be.
My fiance is just impossible sometimes.
Men usually are.
Nadine smiles at him and then retreats back into her own head.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine. I just walked out on a fight to come here.
Oh God.
I'm probably making it a much bigger deal than it is. It's just, we couldn't agree on a venue change. Our original choice was shut down for asbestos, and then he got even more upset because I had to come to this appointment that was his idea in the first place.
His idea?
Yeah, he hates my tattoo. And I hate it too. He didn't pressure me or anything. He just shared the idea, and I thought it was a good time, so.
Yeah, of course. I didn't mean to, I'm sorry, things are hectic.
It's okay. It's good to see you again. How is everything?
Good.
Good.
No ice?
Nah, I decided not to take the risk with the scarring. Not that everyone scars from it. I just have pretty sensitive skin. Icing it right before when I'm in the room seemed like the right choice for me.
Teach their own.
Plus, I like the little thing that blows cold air on the laser.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
I like it too.
You were right, by the way.
About?
The pain was tolerable.
I knew you'd be just fine.
Yeah, I tend to let myself get worked up over little things. My other secret superpower.
So that's Zodiac stuff.
Yeah, good memory.
It's pretty fucking cool.
You think so?
Yeah, and that's coming from someone who knows nothing about all that stuff.
Thanks.
Nadine?
Yeah?
What's my star sign?
Pisces.
Damn, you are good.
She's really good.
Thanks.
Welcome. So, when is the wedding? Sorry, I don't mean to stress you out anymore.
No, you're not. It's next September.
Fall wedding.
Yeah. Fall's my favorite time of year. I love the cold.
Me too.
I grew up in Texas, so I take as much as I can get. I'm still scarred from the summers of my childhood.
Where in Texas?
Small town. You've probably never heard of it.
Try me.
Georgetown.
North Austin.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
I know my stuff.
You have roots down south?
Oh, no, I don't. I mean, I've been down there a couple times. Great real estate market.
Yeah, it is. Everything's being developed down there. I feel like every time I go home, a piece of it is missing and has been replaced by corporate high-rises or condos or something. Lots of chrome and marble and narrower highways.
You are not wrong.
God, that sounded so negative.
At all.
I guess I'm just more familiar with it than any other place. My parents still live down there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, same house and everything. I don't think my mom will ever leave.
Roots.
Yeah. So, you do real estate?
Yeah.
He's really good at it.
Maybe.
He just got a promotion.
God.
No way! Congratulations!
Thanks.
That's incredible.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
What do you do?
I'm a dance teacher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
What kind of dance?
Mainly ballet and jazz. I work with little kids, like kindergarten to second grade, so we mainly focus on fundamentals, but it's so much fun.
That's amazing.
It's such a great age group. Some people can't handle it. It does get crazy, but it's such a formative age.
You really make an impact on them.
Exactly.
And it's creative.
It definitely keeps me on my toes. I wouldn't have it any other way, though.
I think that's one thing I wish I had more of at my job. Creativity.
Then you should find ways to be creative yourself.
Yeah, I'm not the most.
I'm sure there's plenty of stuff you could do, like, I don't know, stage a flash mob at a model house.
Flash mob?
I know, it's very 2014 of me, but I always loved a good flash mob.
Doesn't.
You could wear a costume if you're really brave.
I'm going to veto the costume, but I'll table the flash mob.
Sounds good to me.
Suddenly, the door opens and Erin walks out.
Nadine?
Yes.
Nadine gets up and collects her things.
It was great to see you again.
You too.
Nadine approaches Erin.
Any scabbing after last time?
Nope. I use the Aquaphor every day, and that seemed to really help.
Great.
Their voices disappear off stage.
She's a dance teacher.
Of course she is. She's also engaged.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
I can still be your friend.
Yeah, right.
What?
You say that, but you don't mean it.
I do mean it. She's cool. Cooler than a lot of the assholes I work with.
I know, but...
The heteronormative stereotype that men and women can't just be friends. You, of all people.
I'm not. Trust me. I've seen this before. There is something between you. There will never not be.
Bullshit, Phoebe. I've talked to her for like 20 minutes total. You're projecting.
I am not.
Maybe just a little.
Okay, maybe a little.
Huh.
I just don't like seeing people get hurt for stupid shit, especially cool people.
I get it.
Same time in 3 months?
Yep, Sunday at 1.
Will you bring milkshakes next time?
February, it'll be freezing cold out.
February is prime milkshake time if you ask me.
If you say so. Flavor?
Guess.
Strawberry.
Ew, no.
Mint chocolate chip?
Yes, actually.
Damn it, I knew I should have guessed that one first.
What's your favorite?
Yes?
You strike me as someone who would have an obscure favorite flavor, like lemon cheesecake or something.
Do they make lemon cheesecake ice cream?
How the fuck should I know?
You're giving my palate way too much credit.
Cookies and cream?
Wrong again?
Just tell me.
Strawberry.
Blackout. Treatment 3, February. Lights up on the waiting room. The Halloween decorations are still up, but little paper heart ornaments have been added. Phoebe sits at her desk eating salad, listening to The Chain by Fleetwood Mac at a very high volume. This goes on for a few moments. Then Erin, carrying a few shopping bags, enters. At first, Phoebe doesn't notice her. As Erin approaches, Phoebe realizes Erin has entered and turns off the music.
Sorry.
Please never apologize for listening to Fleetwood Mac.
Right?
One of my all-time favorites.
Same. Never gets old. What's your favorite band or whatever?
I'm a big fan of the Talking Heads.
Nice choice.
I know. What's yours?
Oh, I don't know. That's a really hard question. I really like Smashing Pumpkins.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't peg you for a Pumpkins gal.
It's because of my dad. We would always listen to it in his car. When I was growing up, he drove a PT Cruiser.
Your dad sounds like a badass.
That's a word for it.
Phoebe notices the bags.
What's all that?
The very best.
She pulls out one of those jumbo mixed candy bags.
Assorted candy that I got at a breathtakingly low price.
Are those Airheads?
Fuck yeah, they are.
Erin tosses the bag to Phoebe.
It seems that you had a productive lunch break.
I had to hop on those post-Valentine's Day deals. Plus, I like having candy in my desk. I'm also thinking about starting a candy dish out here. My dad always had one in the parlor of his shop.
I think that would be really cute.
Right?
And a nice way to pay homage to your dad. What did he do?
He was a taxidermist.
Oh, wow.
Well, you hold on to those and I'll put the rest of these in my office. I have a fuck ton of paperwork, so just shoot me a text whenever the next appointment arrives.
Roger that.
Erin smiles at Phoebe brightly and then exits. There are a few moments of silence. Phoebe chews on an airhead. Suddenly, Erin pokes her head back out.
You can keep playing your music.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah, you can hook it up to the speaker if you want.
Okay.
Erin smiles at her. Phoebe celebrates. She takes another bite of salad and connects her music. Dreams by Fleetwood Mac plays softly. Nadine enters.
Hey, Phoebe.
Oh, hey, Nadine.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
You're pretty early
What?
to your appointment.
Am I? Oh, God.
She pulls a small planner from her bag and references a page.
It's really okay. Erin just got back from lunch, so she may be able to see you.
Oh, God. Yep.
She puts the book away.
It's okay. Really. I don't want to inconvenience her.
It's really not a problem. I'll just let her know you're here.
Great.
Phoebe begins to text Erin. As she does,
Love your purse.
Oh, thank you.
Nadine notices the decorations on the wall.
Did you have a good Valentine's Day?
Yeah, Allie and I just stayed in and watched rom-coms with the cats. We also made a no-bake cheesecake. Have you seen those on the internet? It was unreal.
That sounds delicious. How long have you and Allie been together?
4 years.
Wow, that's amazing. Sounds like y'all had a wonderful evening.
It was definitely a good one.
And I love cheesecake. Any kind.
Did you have a good Valentine's Day?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it like your last Valentine's as a not married person?
Yes, it was. That sounds daunting.
How was it?
Well, my fiance was out of town for work. He's a pharmaceutical sales rep, so he's out and about a lot this time of year. So I just stayed in and watched Dateline and drank an entire bottle of red wine myself.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing.
Good.
That sounded bad.
Well,
We had dinner a few nights later at a restaurant, and that was really nice. But it was also nice to have some time to myself, especially after being with my kids all day. Students.
I get that. Self-care is important.
Self-care is very important, and I suck at it. I think it's a water sign thing. I'm a Cancer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, makes sense, right?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, totally.
This wedding has just been driving me crazy.
How do you mean? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, no, not at all. I didn't even want a wedding. I wanted to elope and save money and go travel or something like that. But no, he wants a traditional, which is fine. I don't know.
You know, it's okay if it's not fine.
What do you mean?
I don't mean to be, I don't know. I don't want to give you unsolicited advice or anything if you don't want it.
No, please, go ahead. I do appreciate you checking first, though. No one ever does that.
I know. Anyway, you don't have to qualify your emotions. It's okay if something happens that pisses you off. You can voice that. You can also drink an entire bottle of red wine by yourself and enjoy it. That's a regular Tuesday for me.
Thanks, Phoebe.
God, I sound like my mother.
That's not always a bad thing.
You haven't met my mother.
Yeah, fair.
Suddenly, Ryder walks in the door carrying 2 milkshakes. When he sees Nadine and Phoebe, he's confused.
Hi, am I late?
No, I had a brain fart and showed up embarrassingly early. Phoebe and I were just catching up.
Well, it's great to see both of you again.
You as well.
Is that?
Ryder crosses to Phoebe.
Just like you asked.
Mint chocolate chip?
Mint chocolate chip?
I can't believe you remembered.
I wouldn't forget.
Thank you.
Nadine, would you care for a sip of the strawberry milkshake?
Oh, no thanks.
It's because strawberry is fucking gross, right?
No, I actually love strawberry. I'm sadly lactose intolerant.
Hey, so am I.
Nadine looks at him confused. Ryder pulls out a roll of lactate out of his pocket. He's met with blank looks.
It's lactate.
Wow.
Anyway,
Ryder puts his lactate away.
how you guys been?
Good.
Fine.
That's good. So, how's the wedding planning going?
Phoebe shoots Nadine a sympathetic look.
Oh, it's actually been really stressful.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I mean, it'll all work out.
I'm sure it will.
I think we need to push it back.
Push it back.
I don't think this is a practical time for either of us with our current salaries, and he wants a big wedding. Big weddings are hard to plan.
And I bet it takes a lot more time to plan.
You wouldn't even imagine.
I don't think pushing it back would be a big deal at all. I feel like people get way too worked up about stuff like that.
Right? I don't think it would be a big deal either. But Joel won't hear anything about it. Joel is my fiance.
I figured.
Well, that's enough of that. Thanks for letting me vent.
Oh, that was hardly venting.
Well, regardless, thank you both for listening.
Happy to do it.
Same.
How are your kids? Oh, your students?
They're great. They had their winter recital a few weeks ago, and honestly, I have never been more proud of a class. They really rallied.
That's wonderful.
How's your job?
It's definitely more fast-paced nowadays.
Since the promotion?
Yeah, but I'm finding more time for myself, I guess. Self-care is not really my forte.
Phoebe and I were literally just talking about that. Self-care and how I suck at it.
For God's sakes, get some White Claws, a Lush bath bomb, and I don't know, a Himalayan salt lamp. Both of you are all kinds of wound up.
That actually sounds really lovely.
Throw an Alexapro prescription and you've got my regular routine.
I need a routine. Routines are good. I just forget sometimes.
You're like me. You spend all your time caring way too much about others.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
No, you really care about people and take time to know them. I mean, look at you and Phoebe's friendship.
Well, thanks.
Don't let the facade fool you. He's actually 2 corporate assholes in a nice guy trench coat.
Now, is that any way to speak about the man who brought you that milkshake?
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
I really want a strawberry milkshake now.
What is wrong with you people?
It's a classic. How can you hate a classic?
By having good taste?
You once referred to yourself as a slut for caramel.
Hey, don't say that.
You said it.
Yeah, well, it's okay if I say it. Sounds weird if you say it.
Fair enough.
Can I have a sip? Just one won't kill me.
Of course.
I'll drink from the side so I don't put my mouth on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
She takes a sip. It is glorious. She savors.
Amazing.
Right?
Made my day.
I'm glad.
Suddenly, Erin pops out from behind the door carrying a bowl.
Look what I found.
A bowl!
Erin mounts it on the desk. She looks at Phoebe. Phoebe reluctantly pours candy into it and then stuffs the rest of the bag under the desk.
Perfect. Nadine, you ready?
Yeah. Thanks for the sip.
Of course.
Any blistering or peeling after the last treatment?
Oh, no, not really. Just a little bit of discomfort the first few days, but that's it.
Perfect. Take some candy.
Nadine doesn't want candy, but she takes a piece anyway in an attempt to be polite. She smiles at Ryder and Phoebe before they exit.
How do you politely tell someone they need to break off their engagement?
No, I don't know, Phoebe.
Her guy sounds like a real douche. A douche canoe. An ass clown.
Yeah, well, I can't argue with that one.
She has this thing,
Thing.
like a light in her eyes.
Aw, Phoebe.
Please don't get all mushy on me. She's just one of those bright, twinkly people. Those people exist, and that's fine. Allie is one of those people. Anyway, whenever Nadine talks about
Joel.
whatever, it dims. Literally, she becomes like overcast.
Phoebe.
But when she talks to you, she brightens up again. She seems so happy.
Phoebe, believe me, I wish she was single as much as you do, but we can't be meddling. She's engaged, and that's fine. I'm just glad I get to know her at all.
Damn optimist. I don't believe you.
Believe me. Plus, I'm actually trying to put myself out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Guess what I did on Valentine's Day?
I really don't want to guess.
I
just don't.
went speed dating.
You're joking, right?
No.
I didn't know that speed dating actually existed.
Oh, it does.
How was it?
Fun. And a little tragic. Fun and tragic.
Yeah, I expected as much.
You'll never guess who was there.
Haven't we established at this point that I don't like guessing?
Erin.
No.
Yes.
Erin went to speed dating?
Well, not technically.
You lost me.
She was at the bar where it was, but she wasn't doing it. She was just like at the bar. I don't even think she saw me.
Well, you didn't say hi.
I didn't want to disturb her.
Bullshit. You saw Erin in the wild, and it intimidated you. How did she look?
Happy. She was with her friends.
Aw, Erin, what a gem.
Also, did you know she has a back tattoo?
Yeah, a phoenix.
Awesome. Like, fucking awesome. Totally unexpected.
It's an earned tattoo.
What do you mean?
Well, it's a metaphor for...
For?
It's not my story to tell.
Come on.
I can't. You don't know her like I know her. You're her patient.
You and I are close.
I'm a receptionist. It's different. And Erin took a chance on me when no one else would. I was not exactly the most employable person when I first stumbled through the doors of Lazer Gator. She had my back and I have hers. Sorry for leaving you hanging.
I understand, Phoebe.
But know that Erin is a really fucking badass person and a female business owner, which the world needs more of. Honestly, the world needs more Erins.
She's really cool. I bet she's a really cool boss.
Oh, she is. Did you steal that candy? Anyway, speed dating. Did you meet any promising ladies?
Yeah, I met one.
Okay, name.
Angela.
Ooh, Angela.
She said she was a graphic designer, and we had a great conversation, and then she moved on.
She moved on?
Yeah, to the next person. It's how speed dating works, you know? But we really hit it off. So I went to go find her to get her number, and when I finally found her, she was in the corner arguing with her husband, who had apparently GPS tracked her phone.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it really sucked, but you know what? None of that even matters. What matters is that I did something in the first place. Not the thing with Angela, the whole thing. I went out and I tried to meet people.
You say it like it's hard for you.
It is.
Bullshit.
I mean, it's hard to meet people in an intimate setting. The promotion has been great, but it has me at the office at all hours, surrounded by the same people, day in and day out. It gets old. Really old.
What about your trip?
Had to scrap it.
The whole thing?
Yeah, I gotta start over. I gotta set up potential dates, and I do have time to rework everything. It's gonna suck to wait.
You know one of the reasons why Nadine is so stressed out?
The wedding.
Well, yeah, but she didn't want a big wedding.
I know.
She wanted to elope.
So?
So she could travel.
Okay.
You two are literally perfect.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry.
it's all right.
I'm glad you're putting yourself out there.
Thanks.
And thank you for the milkshake.
Of course. What'll it be next time?
Surprise me.
Deal.
Blackout. Treatment 4, May. Lights up on the empty store. My brain is hanging upside down by the Ramones playing softly. The decorations have been replaced with strange yet compelling artwork. Perhaps this is an attempt to be a bit more professional. Maybe there's a new plant. After a few moments, Erin enters the waiting room singing along with the song. She notices the front desk is empty.
Damn it, Phoebe.
She returns to the back. A few more moments pass. If one of the paintings could suddenly go askew, that would be great. Phoebe finally enters carrying a pack of cigarettes. She looks around, figures she's safe, and makes her way to the desk. Suddenly, Erin opens the door.
Hi.
If you're going to take so many smoke breaks, the least you could do is get some American Spirit so I can smoke with you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, just stop doing it so frequently, yeah?
Of course, I'm sorry. Won't happen again. What color American Spirits?
Yellow.
Really?
Yeah,
That actually makes a lot of sense to me.
but really, you've been smoking a lot these days. Is everything good?
Finals.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Well, if you need anything, let me know.
Do you know trigonometry?
Fuck no.
Me neither.
I'm sure you'll be great.
Thanks, Erin.
Always. But I've still got my eyes on you.
I know. I'll smoke less, I promise.
Your lungs and I, thank you.
Isn't that kind of the pot calling the kettle black?
Yeah. Doesn't mean it's not true.
Fair enough.
Erin smiles and disappears behind the door. Phoebe logs onto her computer and does computer things. Keyboard sounds galore. After a few moments, Ryder enters.
Hey, stranger.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. You?
Finals.
What?
It's finals week at school starting tomorrow.
Say no more.
Yeah. No drinks?
Oh, Phoebe, I'm so sorry. It's been crazy.
Totally okay, Ryder.
I'll make it up to you.
You don't have to.
Sorry.
You okay? You look a little gray.
That rhymed.
I am aware.
I think I'm just burnt out.
I'm assuming not the good kind?
There's a good kind. I don't know. I've lost the fire.
I thought things were going well.
I mean, they are. Really well, probably by anyone else's standards. Assuming that person likes working all hours and sucking the dick of corporate America.
Wow.
I think a lot about what I'm contributing to the world, to society.
A good dose of positivity and general niceness?
Not enough.
And like homes.
Yeah,
Homes are important.
they are.
Even grossly expensive condos and high rises or whatever it is that you do.
Did I ever tell you what I studied in college?
No, I don't think so.
Trombone performance.
Really?
No, but I'm glad that was believable.
What did you study?
Sociology.
Oh,
Yeah, I wanted to help people, or at least try to in some capacity.
Your ambiguity isn't helping your case.
I'm trying to help my case. I'm trying to say that I don't connect with the work that I'm doing. That's just becoming abundantly clear. Sorry, I don't really talk about these things.
No, I'm sorry, Ryder. That's really rough.
It's okay. It's really okay. It's clarity.
Clarity is good. Sometimes.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to travel. And I'm going to soul search and...
I hate the term soul search.
But I'm still going to do it. I'm going to reevaluate some stuff.
So the trip is happening?
I'm going to make it happen.
When?
I don't know. I have the money, the maps, the list of hostels, pinpointed attractions. All I need is a real plan. And time. Time.
Well, I think the reevaluation trip is a great idea. A really great idea. I don't like seeing you like this.
Like what?
A little out of whack.
I am a little out of whack, aren't I? You look great. You look very bright.
Thank you. I started a new skincare routine.
Woo!
Yeah, it has like something with grapefruits.
Grapefruits are great. Really good for your metabolism. How is everything aside from finals?
Good. Allie's good, and the cats are good, and the apartment really came together. And we actually like our neighbors, and
Nadine enters the shop.
Hey guys,
hey, Nadine.
Hey,
how's it going?
good.
It goes.
I brought some cake balls.
She brings the cake balls up to the counter.
I fucking love cake balls. What flavor are they?
There's red velvet, double chocolate, and carrot cake, but don't eat the carrot cake.
Which is the carrot cake?
The one with the little carrots piped on top.
Ah,
I feel like carrot shouldn't be a cake ball flavor.
Allie loves carrot cake.
Please take them to her. I have more cake balls than I can handle.
Where'd you get all of these?
End of the year recitals. One of my students' moms owns one of those boutique cakery things, and she always brings 1 million of them.
Thank you so much.
They're amazing.
I have so many sweets at my house, I should open up a bakery. I have cake balls, cake, cupcakes, mini cupcakes, Rice Krispie treats, and a batch of paleo raspberry tarts, but those aren't any good.
And you only brought us cake balls? Sorry.
Dance recital season must get pretty serious.
It's not just dance recitals. The cake balls were, but I also, I'm actually leaving teaching, so we had a big party at work. It was BYOP.
BYOP?
Bring your own pastry.
Ah, of course.
You're not going to teach anymore?
No. Hopefully I'll be back to it soon.
I know how much you love it.
I do. But Joel doesn't want me to, after the school year, at least for the coming semester.
Joel doesn't like you teaching?
I wouldn't say he dislikes it. He just knows how stressed I've been with the wedding, and he thinks it would be good for me to just focus on married life and getting the house together, at least for the first few months.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I really do understand where he's coming from, and I do think it will be nice to have some time to focus on all the changes. There's going to be so many after all, but I don't know. I really like teaching. Crazy schedule and all.
You really make a difference with what you do. You should keep doing it.
I will, eventually.
How is the wedding planning going?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I know last time we talked, you were thinking about changing the date.
oh, yeah, we did.
That's great.
We actually moved it up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Joel thought there was no sense in making such a big fuss about it, and we were just arguing so much that we decided to move it up and downsize. That's what we agreed on.
When is it?
It's going to be in August.
Coming up.
Yeah, a summer wedding. Who would have thought?
I'm sure it'll be beautiful.
Yeah, I hope so. I would invite you, both of you. It's just we both have really big families.
No problem. I actually hate weddings.
Barely, it's no problem. I don't even know your last name after all.
Really?
Yeah, we never exchanged any sort of...
Blake.
What?
Blake. My last name. Nadine Blake. I'm keeping it even after the wedding.
Nadine Blake.
Sound like a housewife from the 60s.
No, you don't. I like it.
It has weight.
You think so?
Absolutely.
What's your last name?
Lipscomb.
Ryder Lipscomb.
Yeah, my first name has to make up for my potato of a last name.
I like it.
That's a funny joke.
Really? It's weird. I feel like, no, why can't I think?
Okay.
I feel like I've known you for a long time. Both of you.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
This waiting room is a weird place.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of weird people,
I can't even imagine.
but they all make my day less boring.
Yeah.
The very best people come on Sundays, though.
Erin appears at the door.
Nadine?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, you ready?
Absolutely.
She looks at Phoebe, Ryder, and the cake bowls.
Please finish them. And Erin, you can have some too.
What are they?
Cake balls.
Do they have eggs?
I don't know. It's cake, so I would imagine so.
Damn, I'm allergic to eggs.
Oh no.
That sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks. Once a year, though, I do go to IHOP and get an omelet the size of my head, and then I just EpiPen myself afterwards. Weirdly enough, I look forward to it now.
I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't. You ready?
Yeah.
They go into the back.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, me neither. What kind of guy would make her quit teaching? What is this, the 50s?
Oh, I was talking about the omelet thing, but that too.
Seriously, what would you do if Allie asked you to quit working at Lazer Gator?
Well, she wouldn't, so.
Exactly. Nadine deserves better than that.
It's true. I don't like the way she talks about him. I have never liked the way she talks about him.
The way he just pushes her around pisses me off.
Are you going to tell her?
Well, what would I say?
What you just said to me.
Did you not just hear what we were talking about? We barely know each other. I didn't even know her last name until today.
Well, you could have asked for her information.
I could have. Maybe I should have.
I don't know.
It was kind of nice, to have this one friendship that wasn't digitalized or based in the roots of social media or dating apps or anything. Just conversation.
I still think you guys are meant to be.
I think that might be a slightly loaded statement, but I appreciate it.
I think you should go for it, Ryder. Don't let her marry someone like that.
What am I supposed to say, Phoebe? Leave your dictator of a fiance and ride off into the sunset with me?
I forgot my purse.
Nadine,
Were you talking about me?
No? What? Not at all.
Honestly, yes, we were.
Ryder, not now.
Why would you do that?
Because we care about you.
Oh, because you care about me? Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Nadine, we've had the privilege of getting to know you little by little over the past couple of months. Each time we talk, it becomes more and more clear that you are so incredible. You're bright and vivacious and independent and Texan. And you shouldn't be in a relationship with someone who isn't going to appreciate that.
Whoa.
You should be able to do what you love, and
What makes you think that you know anything about my relationship?
well, we've talked about it.
Barely. Joel and I have our problems, sure, but it is nowhere near your place to violate my privacy and judge my choices.
Letting him diminish you. You're gonna disappear.
Stop. Please stop.
Come traveling with me.
What?
What? Ryder, don't.
Money saved. I have a trip planned. Well, being planned. Take some time off. Come with me. Clear your head. Nadine, I have never met someone like you before, and
Are you fucking insane?
Ryder.
with me.
See, this is my problem with optimists. This unrealistic, romanticized bullshit.
Not bullshit. I am completely serious.
This is absurd.
Though,
A little bit.
You don't know me. You don't get to mansplain my own life to me.
out.
Even if I wasn't getting married in less than 12 weeks, I can't just drop everything and leave. I have obligations. I have a life.
With Joel? It sounds like you have a sentence.
Erin emerges.
Is everything okay?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, let's go.
Nadine grabs her purse and rushes past Erin towards the back.
All good?
Yeah, sorry for the noise.
Ryder, you good?
No, actually.
Anything I can...
I'll be good. Thanks.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in a few.
Erin exits.
What the fuck was that?
I honestly don't know.
It was kind of awesome.
Yeah?
First, then it became a bit rough.
These things usually do. I tried.
Kind of.
What do you mean?
When I told you to go after it, that's not what I had in mind.
Neither, Phoebe. I was kind of backed against the wall. I get impulsive when I'm backed against the wall. I ruined it.
I wouldn't say you... I'm sorry, Ryder.
I am too. Do you think she'll want to talk afterward?
Not a chance.
Well, she has to leave.
Erin will give her the backdoor treatment.
What even is that? That sounds unsanitary.
He'll probably leave through the back door.
Oh, I didn't even know you had a back door.
It's reserved for quick escapes. It came in handy when Erin was dating that really clingy fedora guy.
Ah,
I really am sorry, Ryder.
so, Slurpees next time.
Sure.
Blackout. Treatment 5, August. Lights up on the shop. It's later in the day. The art on the walls is still weird and slightly askew. Ryder sits sprawled out on one of the chairs in the waiting room, and Phoebe sits behind her desk, thinking. There are 2 half-drunk, mostly melted Slurpees on the counter. After a few moments,
Okay. Would you rather be able to read minds or be able to fly?
Easy. Fly.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You?
Mind reading. Hands down.
I don't see the appeal.
Of knowing everything about everyone and what everyone thinks of everything, I would die for that skill.
Sounds like more of a curse than a skill.
Whatever.
Think about it. Think about all the egregiously sad people out there. All the angry people, the homicidal people. Why would you want to invite that darkness into your consciousness?
I mean, I'd choose whose mind I'd read, so...
But even then, people lie all the fucking time. People put on facades just to make it through the day. I do it. You do it. It's human nature. If I could look into the depths of everyone's brain, I feel like I would lose more faith in humanity than I already have. The human condition's fucked up.
I think you're fucked up.
I am. Because I'm human.
It's your turn.
Okay. Would you rather turn invisible, but not be able to control when you're invisible, or turn into a werewolf with super strength for 3 hours once every year?
Do I know what day of the year?
You know the month.
I'd rather be the werewolf.
I'd also be the werewolf.
And I'd have the whole year to make a list of things I want to do when I'm a super strong dog human. It's a no-brainer, really.
I feel like turning invisible would also be fun.
It would be, but I feel like the stipulations you have set would also make it overwhelmingly inconvenient.
Okay, whatever.
Do your best work, Ryder.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Show me how it's done.
Oh, I will. Would you rather be able to travel anywhere you want at any time and never have to pay for tickets, or never have to pay at a bar or restaurant again?
Easy. Travel.
Really?
Yeah. Could you imagine what you could see?
That's fair. But to be able to travel, you have to plan and clear your schedule and research stuff and all that jazz. Think about how sick it would be to be able to walk into any place you want and get anything off the menu. Think of the alcohol, Ryder. Top shelf shit.
Never been a top shelf kind of guy.
Oh, please.
Oh, I like beer.
Of course you do. You're not like the other guys.
Leave me alone.
You make it too easy.
Whatever.
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings.
Suddenly, Erin walks out the door with her things. She's surprised to see Ryder.
Hey,
Hey.
is everything
Yeah, I was just talking with Phoebe.
okay? Is the treatment site all good?
It's great. Thank you.
Of course. This is the home stretch.
Yep.
Are you still planning on getting it covered?
Yeah, I think so.
Any plans for the piece?
I got some ideas. Nothing set in stone just yet. It's been a busy few weeks.
Well, if you need a guy, I used to date Chris down at Bluebird's Tattoo. He was a little sensitive for my taste, but he was a great artist. I still have some pull with him if you need a number.
Thanks, Erin.
Are you heading out?
Yeah, are you heading out or?
I just have a few things to finish up and then we're going to leave.
Okay, lock up.
Of course.
Ryder, I'm trusting you not to rob me.
I'll keep an eye on him.
You too, Phoebe.
I'd never.
I know you'd never. Have a good night, you guys.
Good night.
Erin exits.
Ryder,
Yeah?
I don't think she's coming.
I know.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I can't believe next time is your last appointment.
Me neither.
I kind of wish it wasn't.
Me too. This is a good place. There are good people here.
There are.
Blackout. Treatment 6, November. Dim lights come up on the shop. Erin sits in a chair in the waiting room, waiting. Keys jingling, Phoebe enters the shop, not seeing Erin at first.
Hello.
Fuck. God, Erin, you can't scare me like that.
Sorry.
I have thin skin.
You're easily startled.
Isn't that what thin skin means?
I don't honestly know for sure. I haven't heard it in a while.
Well,
I've been waiting for you.
I can see that. Is everything okay?
Have a seat.
Okay. Can I turn the lights on first?
Please.
Phoebe turns on the lights and goes and sits behind her desk. Erin stands and crosses over to her.
Phoebe, I need to talk to you about something.
Yes, okay.
So
I'm scared.
just hear me out.
Okay.
I've been thinking a lot about this and
Please don't fire me.
what?
Please don't. I love this job and it's kind of become the only thing I've got going for me.
I'm not firing you.
You're not?
You know better than anyone that business has been
I know
great.
our Sundays and Wednesdays are still pretty empty, but we do have a new patient coming in later today. So
Phoebe, Slow down. I'm not firing you.
Sorry. Yes, sorry.
I was going to say that business has been pretty good, Sundays and Wednesdays aside. So good that I am thinking about expanding, in a sense.
Expanding?
In a sense.
Okay.
I want to broaden our hours on certain days.
Oh, okay.
But to do that, I think I need to take on a new laser technician.
That would definitely make things more efficient.
And I want that technician to be you.
Me?
Interested?
I mean, absolutely, but are you sure?
I can't think of anyone better.
I have no, experience. I don't even have my degree yet.
V, I got you. We will figure something out. That is, if you want the job.
Of course I want the job.
Thank God. I hate interviewing.
Well,
What?
won't you have to interview for my job?
I was thinking you could do that.
Really? You'd trust me with that?
You know this job better than anyone. Plus, I'll vet the applications beforehand, so you won't get any wackadoos up in here.
We have enough wackadoos coming in and out already.
It's almost brat tat season.
Fuck yeah, it is.
They high five.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Things like this don't really happen to me.
I can tell.
Oh, because I'm cranky?
I was going to say because you're humble, but that too.
Thank you, Erin.
You deserve this.
Can I say something weird?
Shoot.
I'm really excited to see these tats. Like the tats that go unseen by the naked eye for a reason.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, some of them sound pretty epic.
You can't even imagine.
Wow.
Wow is right.
I am so excited.
I am too.
Phoebe hugs Erin. Nadine enters. Her hair is different.
So sorry.
Oh, don't be.
I don't mean to interrupt. I'm early.
It's okay, no worries.
I'm gonna head in the back and get all set up. It'll be a few minutes, Nadine.
Thanks.
Erin exits into the back.
Hey,
Hey,
your hair, it's so...
I know. I needed a change.
It's been a long time. How have you been?
Good. Really good, actually.
That's great.
How about you?
Great. I got a promotion.
Oh, wow. When? And what are you doing?
Oh, it actually happened like 3 minutes ago. That's what you walked in on.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's really okay. The hug was getting a little long anyway.
Well, good, I guess.
I'm sorry about how things got left last time you were here.
It's okay.
No, really, I feel really bad about it.
I do too. I mean, I'm sorry too.
So, we're good?
Of course, Phoebe.
Cool. So, how was the wedding? How was the honeymoon? Did you guys even have a honeymoon? I don't remember you saying anything about a honeymoon.
It didn't happen.
Well, that's not the end of the world. I'm sure honeymoons are like a bazillion dollars.
No, I mean, the wedding didn't happen.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Nadine.
No, it's okay. It's for the best.
Good. I don't mean this don't take this the wrong way, but I'm really happy for you.
Thanks. As bad as I felt last time, it made me realize some things. Some things that I had really been trying to compartmentalize. And you guys were right. It took me a long time to recognize that. I think because it was really uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. shame is even more uncomfortable, and I tend to shy away from confrontation in general, so that just compounded everything, as I'm sure you can imagine. I had been with Joel since I was 21. He was my first love, my first everything. And he was, I mean, he is really amazing, but somewhere along the way, he just became like an extra limb. I didn't know how I would feel or even function without him. I didn't really know who I was without him. And that, I guess I realized that wasn't fair to me. So much time had passed and I just lost myself a bit. So I ended it.
You ended it?
Have you ever heard of phantom limb syndrome?
Yeah. You're really driving home this simile.
Just hear me out. My therapist told me this thing and it kind of blew my mind. After we cut things off, I felt a lot of pain. Like these lingering, deep pain. Pangs would come out of nowhere. But after a while, I realized just how much extra weight I had been carrying around. It was a relief.
Your therapist told you that?
Yeah, it's kind of...
No, it makes sense.
I'm still new to the whole therapy thing, so I'm really trying to embrace it.
Have you tried positive self-talk?
Yeah, I'm really bad at it, though.
Me too. But Allie swears by it, so it works for some people.
I'll keep that in mind. How is Allie?
She's great.
Good. And Ryder?
He's good.
Good. I was really pissed at him for a while.
He did go off the rails a little bit.
Yeah. But I have to cut him some slack. You know, some of the things he said really resonated.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He wasn't the reason or anything, and I still think he was a complete douchebag, but yeah.
He had good intentions.
I know. I think we owe each other apologies.
Absolutely. After, he wanted me to give him your number so he could reach out. But that's like a million different violations in one, so I didn't. And
You made the right choice.
thanks.
I think I needed the time. I did need the time. And I'll tell him that.
Good.
I can't believe today is his last appointment. Time is so weird.
Oh, Nadine,
What?
Ryder's not coming.
Oh, I thought he had the appointment scheduled for today.
She begins to pull a little planner from her purse to consult.
He did, but some stuff went down after last time. Nothing bad, but he decided that he needed to change. So he quit his job and he's on a trip.
The trip?
Yeah, he finally scheduled it.
Oh,
This sinks in.
wow, that's great.
I've never seen him so happy.
Yeah. Wow, he quit?
He had lost himself a little bit too.
Well, I'm happy he's happy. Where is he?
Right now, he's in Budapest.
Wow, that's incredible.
I know, right? Did you know it's 2 separate cities?
Budapest?
Yeah,
It's Buda and Pest separated by the Danube, right?
yeah. Am I the only one in the world who didn't know that?
I was a geography nerd.
Of course you were.
I'm glad you guys are keeping in touch.
Me too. Ryder he's an anomaly.
Nadine nods to herself.
Did Ryder reschedule his appointment?
Not yet. He knows it will be in
She references her computer.
early spring, though. He wanted to wait until he was back in the States to lock down a specific date.
Could you do me a favor? If not, it's totally cool.
What's up?
Could you schedule me for my next appointment on the same, if it coincides with my treatment plan and stuff? Thanks.
Nadine turns to sit down.
Nadine?
Yeah.
Phoebe pulls out her phone and looks through it. She writes something down on a sticky note and hands it to Nadine.
Call him.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm going with my gut on this one.
What about the, all the violations?
To be honest, there are no two people I would rather break the law for.
Thank you, Phoebe.
Of course.
Nadine sits. She takes in the waiting room.
This is a really good place. I'm glad you're moving up.
I am too. Do you mind if I play some music?
Please.
Phoebe plays This Must Be the Place by the Talking Heads.
I love this song.
Me too.
Suddenly, a stranger walks in. Phoebe turns the music down a little bit.
Hi,
Welcome to Lazer Gator. How can I help you?
my name is Nat. I have an appointment. Sorry, I'm a little late.
No worries. No worries. My name is Phoebe.
Hi.
This is your first appointment?
Yep.
Great. I just have a little bit of paperwork for you to fill out.
Phoebe stands and hands the stranger a clipboard.
Erin will be with you in a few minutes. In the meantime, don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions.
Alrighty.
The stranger sits down near Nadine and begins to fill out the paperwork. They read over it and begin to tap their pen. They tap their pen some more. Nadine glances over and the stranger notices.
So sorry about that.
No worries.
I'm I'm a bit nervous.
Trust me, I've been there, but you're in great hands. I'm Nadine.
Nat,
Nice to meet you.
have you been coming here for a while?
Yeah, for a little over a year.
Wow. How's it been?
I'm not going to lie, it is a little tedious. Patience is a huge part of the process, and it'll feel like you're at odds with time a little bit, but you'll see results if you persevere.
Does it just hurt really bad?
It hurts a little, but it's definitely tolerable. It also goes by so quick. They say it hurts no more than getting the tattoo.
Really? Do you think that's true?
Well, to be honest, I don't remember getting my tattoo. I woke up one Sunday morning in college and found that I had a dolphin and a hibiscus flower on my ribs.
Oh, God.
I used to be so ashamed of it. Couldn't even talk about it. But now it's like it's not even there. So the discomfort is definitely worth it. It's actually a pretty liberating experience.
Thanks for saying that. It's been a long time coming, but, change is scary.
It is. But it's necessary.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Erin appears in the doorway.
Nadine, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Nadine gets ready to go.
Thanks again.
No problem.
Nadine approaches Erin. As she does, Erin steps back, allowing Nadine to enter first.
You know where to go.
Thanks, Erin.
Nadine disappears behind the door. Erin addresses the stranger.
I'll be right with you.
Thanks.
Erin disappears behind the door. As soon as she does, blackout. End of play.
too many people coming after me. So where you going to? I don't mind. Been waiting too long. I'm afraid I'll die. So I will follow you wherever you go. Sit over to me. Strangers on this road we are. We are not two, we are one. So you been where I just came from the land that brings.
Thank you guys, everybody who came, so much for watching. We're just going to go around and introduce ourselves, and then we'll get on to answering your questions. So, Joan, if you want to start.
Hi guys, my name is Joan Milburn and I'm the playwright of Lazer Gator, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas.
Adie, turn your mic on.
There we go. Wow. Hi, y'all. Hi, I'm Adie Corbo. She, her. Y'all met me at the beginning. I'm one of the co-directors of this reading.
Hi, I'm Jacob Garwood. I am the producer, co-director, and I also played Ryder. And I'm coming to you from Princeton, New Jersey.
Hey everybody, I'm Sammie Resnick. I play Nadine, she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm coming to you live from South Brunswick, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Greta. I'm Phoebe, she, her, and I'm coming to you from Wichita, Kansas. Forgot for a second.
Hi everyone, I'm Becki Zaritsky, she, her, hers, and I'm coming to you live from Philly, PA. Oh, I played Erin.
I'm Kristen. I played Stranger, she, her, hers, and I'm coming to you from Stamford, Connecticut.
I'm Serena, she, her, hers, and I'm coming to you from Miami, Florida. I played the narrator.
Woo.
Alrighty. So I'll say it again. Thank you guys so much for coming and seeing this inaugural performance. It really does mean the world to me and to all of us. We got a few questions lined up, so we're just gonna dive right in. It looks like the first one is for you, Joan. Lisa Garwood asks, was there an inspiration that helped spark the idea for this play?
Oh, yes. So, I feel like a lot of different things kind of sparked me writing this play, but the thing that really got me thinking about this play was my own tattoo removal. I had a tattoo removed from my foot, and I, like, at its core, this play is very conversation-based, and I was just curious what relationships would look like, both platonic and romantic, in a set of very stringent circumstances, such as a tattoo removal clinic. And when you're getting a tattoo removed, you're only meeting every 3 months. And so it started with more of a question, like, what would this look like? How could something like this develop? And it quickly grew into a whole play. And yeah, so just a mixture of those things, I'd say.
Alrighty. The next one is also for you. We have, what was the thought process behind creating this set of characters and how did they become these specific people?
That's a great question. So I wanted to include some like core people within like a tattoo removal clinic. So of course there's going to be the laser technician and there's going to be the receptionist. And this was loosely inspired by my own experience going in, and I would see the same receptionist every time. She was super nice. It was kind of a boutique tattoo removal place. And I remember I would always go in and think like, wow, this is a really cool place, which kind of got my gear shifting in ways of thinking that I could like turn this into a play. And as far as like all of the other characters, I don't know. I started writing this play as a 10-minute play, kind of just like a waiting room. You see the first couple characters. So you see Phoebe, you see Ryder, maybe you see Erin. And it was kind of me trying to take care of these characters that I had already kind of created and conceptualized, that the other characters and other relationships grew. And I also tried to think about a little bit like, what would my ideal scenario have been like if I was a patient in the Lazer Gator tattoo removal clinic, and like considered that as well. So yeah, that was a very convoluted answer. I hope that answered the question, but it was really just kind of not only trying to like preserve the clarity of the process of getting a tattoo removed, but also like I wanted to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more zesty.
Alrighty. We have another one for you, Joan. Why a tattoo removal clinic?
Oh,
that.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's a great question. So again, it goes back to kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like I really wanted to play around with like how these relationships would develop with these very kind of extreme circumstances. And I also think that a tattoo removal clinic is already such a vulnerable place because you're there to kind of amend something that makes you feel insecure. And I think that a lot of people have different reasons for getting their tattoo removed, whether it be professional reasons, personal reasons, social pressure, family pressure, everything. And so I thought that with it being such a vulnerable setting, it could prevent some interesting avenues to explore in terms of relationship building. And I also think one thing that's really fun about this play is not only do we kind of dig deep into these relationships of characters, but the characters themselves also learn a lot about themselves as people throughout the process of the play. So yeah, that's why I chose a tattoo removal clinic. And also I feel like I had a lot of experience in these waiting rooms. So yeah.
Alrighty, so this next one, I think everyone can give like a small little personal blurb because this is kind of something that fits for everybody. Did going through this long distance play process help reveal anything new about the play or characters? So if we just want to go in the order we introduced ourselves, everybody give a little tidbit. Go for it. Yeah.
Oh. Oh my goodness. When quarantine first started, I never thought that we would be having a production of the script. I wrote it in late 2019 and it was on my mind for so long. So when this opportunity presented itself, I was really excited. And I thought that it would help this script grow a lot. But what I didn't anticipate was meeting so many amazing new people. And I literally was saying this like before we had the reading tonight and yesterday. I had the only person of this entire group that I knew before quarantine was Jacob. And now I truly cannot imagine a better group of people to be doing this project with. And you guys have been so dedicated. And I feel like you let your own unique personalities really shape and round out these characters in a way that has been so amazing and so mind-blowing and satisfying to watch. So I feel like I learned way more about this script thanks to this group of people than I ever would have had I been working on this not in quarantine. Yeah. Take 80.
Yeah, you want to throw any?
Yes. Hello. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because when we started this process, I was telling everyone that we really couldn't have asked for a better play to do as a Zoom reading and as I said telecast at the beginning, but I think the real word is stream. It's a stream. Yeah. Because it's really about the conversations going on between the people. And you can really focus in on that when the physical aspect of the play is removed. Which is particularly helpful because it was still a reading and it's a developmental work. So it was great to be able to explore that in sort of a very comfortable setting, quite literally. My room here. And as we worked through the play online, and I told a couple of the cast members about this, but it really reminded me of a movie that I ended up going back to a lot throughout this process. 500 Days of Summer, because there's this, the most intriguing theme that I find running through this play is the idea of expectation versus reality. And we living in this new generation of people growing up on the cheesy rom-coms, I think there's like certain ideas of how real life relationships can be and can work and can start, that are kind of skewed and strange, and don't always work out. So I think it was really great to explore a story where things don't end the way they typically would, but they end well for everyone. Yeah.
So I would throw in there, for me, it was kind of the circumstance was kind of a blessing and a curse, because as a director and as an actor, I really enjoy like the really nerdy text work of it. Like I like digging into the script and figuring out who the people are and why they do what they do. And because of this situation where we're really not doing anything but the text work, it was a really unique opportunity to just dive really deeply into who are they, what are they doing, and why are they doing it. And so it was a very interesting directing and acting exercise that way. And then on the production side of it, this is the first thing I have ever produced, period, let alone these circumstances. And it was an immense learning experience. I mean, aside from just like, as far as organizing people and figuring out how to schedule the rehearsals the way they were, and to so much as like getting this on YouTube took an entire night. So just getting to really study the characters was very special. And also, learning how to produce under these circumstances. And I couldn't have asked a better group of human beings to do it for and with. Does anybody else have anything they want to throw into the pile? Alrighty, chugging right along.
I could toss something in, Jacob.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just wanted to say, like, you know, from the very first time we read this play and throughout this process, I've said, to me, the heart of this play is just how we are good to each other. And I just think that is a timeless thing to kind of ruminate on. And it speaks so much to me about the things that can come when we are good to each other and when we also are vulnerable and allow ourselves to be open to those connections. So, yeah.
Alrighty, so the next one I'm going to take, how did the group come together? So believe it or not, it was like week 2 of the quarantine, and I put something on my personal Instagram story that said, who wants to do play readings on Friday nights? And 14, a bunch of which you see here, not all of them tonight, but 14 people, 14 of my favorite people, let me here, all said, yes, I would love to do that. So for about 3 or 4 weeks, we just like, for the hell of it, got together and read plays on Friday nights. We just assigned parts, like come together Friday night at 8 o'clock and just do it for fun. And then I was in the shower one morning and I was like, why don't we do this for people? Like that's what we do. We're actors. And we had just done a private reading of this fabulous play. And I was like, cool, let's do this one. And that's honestly how it happened. It was a very spontaneous, serendipitous, and frankly, gift of a thing to have happened.
I think another thing that needs to be said, kind of tacking on that, is that because this is a new play, it was literally in development until 2 nights ago. Yeah. So not only were we doing like a mounted reading, but like the actors were all dealing with rewrites happening and changes and things. And oh man, it was just, you guys were all so amazing. It was a really great growth process. Sorry, Jacob, just wanted to tack that on there.
Wait, and just like quick addition, it was the funniest thing to receive a call in the middle of a global pandemic from an actor friend that I graduated with a year ago,
like, hey, we need somebody to read the stage directions for this play. And I was like, well, I'm stuck at home and I'm doing nothing and I hate everything about life right now. Sounds like a perfect thing to add to my agenda. So in terms of the way that this group got together, it was a great thing that Jacob did in getting all of these human beings into a room together, into a virtual room together.
Thank you, guys. Chugging right along, what were some of the challenges or advantages of the online format, and how did it feel to act in this setting? You know what? Me, Adi, and Joan have kind of had this stage for a while. So, Adi, if you want to talk about what it was like directing in this, and then Greta, why don't you talk about what it was like acting in this setting? Adi, why don't you go first, and then Greta, go for it.
Yeah. It was definitely interesting. I mean, it was much easier in a lot of ways, in a lot of small logistical ways. It was more complicated in logistical, technological ways at times. But I think I liked the convenience of being able to just check in and start a rehearsal. I liked being able to communicate so directly, even though we're so far away. And it's interesting because it's a reading. So ultimately, if we were to be able to put this up in the same room as a reading, it wouldn't necessarily look too much different from what we did tonight. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was very interesting and very fruitful from the text work side of things. Yeah, if you want to, Greta, if you want to.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, it's like I'm a big fan of table work, like Jacob was talking about. So that was really beneficial. And I think almost this kind of process before actually going into rehearsal for a show would almost be really useful. Obviously, like I think creativity comes from limitation. So it was like difficult to only use my voice to communicate things that I would really hold in my body and like be anxious with just my voice and like literally my shoulders up. It's like, how does that really work? And so I definitely think just from an actor brain, that was really interesting. Obviously, like I missed out on certain things. I'd love to be able to grab my drink from Jacob and like actually hug Becki when I get the promotion. But I think ultimately, like, I think this works really well. I think, yeah, those are kind of just briefly kind of the pros and cons from my perspective.
Alrighty. So the next question is.
I just realized the only major con of this sort of setup is that, granted, plays that are not like this and very specifically conversation based are interesting to see to want to attempt over Zoom.
So to hop actually off of that, there was a brief moment where I was looking at some Shakespearean plays, and every single one I looked at, I was like, there's a ton of sword fighting in this. That's not going to happen. And it, like, when you have to eliminate the physical acting that happens, and there's a lot of that in Shakespeare, and there's a lot of fighting in Shakespeare, it seriously limits the kind of plays you can do. But like Adi said earlier, this is the exact type of play for this format. So the next question, what's next for the Resilience group? So we have a reading of The Seagull coming up that pretty much everybody here is going to be in. You'll hear more info as far as dates and casting comes up in the next couple weeks or two. Aside from that, there's also a couple of new plays that are in the beginnings of being worked into something that I really hope the playwright will let me do live at some point. But as far as definite future plans, in about 3 to 4 weeks, you can expect to be seeing a couple of live streams of Chekhov's The Seagull. who all of these lovely people will be a part of. Chugging right along. All right, so this is going to be just everybody give a quick one for this, and you can redact if you feel like it. Does anyone in the production have or want a tattoo? You can answer, you can skip, but let's just go in the order we introduced. Joan, why don't you go first?
So I have been wanting to get another tattoo for a while now, but I don't think that that's going to happen in the foreseeable future. But it's actually funny because I think that if I do get another tattoo someday, in the far future, it would actually be a hibiscus flower because it was my grandmother's favorite flower, which is why I put it in there. But yeah, anywho.
Yeah, I don't, but I have thoughts, you know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Parents might be watching. I'm 23, you know, I'm a big kid. Yeah, I have a couple thoughts that I've been sitting on. We'll see.
I know that my mom's going to throw something at me after this. I don't have any tattoos, but I've definitely considered a few, and I could see myself getting one. I don't know what it would be, but I'm certainly not opposed to the idea. It would just have to be something meaningful because, you know, I'd be carrying it around forever.
I do have one tattoo on my ribs, and they say that once you start, you never stop. So I have a whole list, and
it's the truth.
We'll see. I mean, money, time,
Honestly.
coronavirus. We'll see what happens.
Well, hey, you don't have to walk around with it forever if you don't want to. Go to a nice place like Lazer Gator.
It's all about placement. Just getting a good place. Anyway, sorry.
I have 2 tattoos, and Sammie said the exact right thing. You do get addicted. The first one was actually similar to Nadine. I got it drunk, and underneath my right breast on my ribs. It was like right there with one of my best friends. It was a matching tattoo. We were having a really great time on South Beach. And then as a graduation present to myself, I ended up buying myself like a huge back piece. So I got this little bad boy.
Serena, that is stunning. How did I not know you had that?
For like a year and a half now.
Iconic.
Anybody else want to answer, or are we saying redacted, which is also totally fine?
I, like Erin, also have a giant phoenix on my back.
Yeah.
We can make it happen, Becki.
Can you imagine, though?
Alrighty. So next question. How easy was it to develop your characters given the distance and online setting? Sammie, how about you and I take this? You go first.
Sure. I think I can pretty much speak for everybody when I say that at the very first time we read this, we all were kind of like, wow, yep, good casting. Good job. So it really was finding that meeting point between where these characters are in these circumstances and where we are in our own personal circumstances and our own personalities. So honestly, it was, I mean, obviously we did work on the relationships and the development, but so many things were just able to fall into place. It was so serendipitous in so many moments. Yeah.
So I agree. Me and Joan cast this play like what, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, and
it was still just a reading.
Yeah,
like
a for fun reading. But I can also tell you, casting the Seagull right now, we are still casting the Seagull. There are still 2 roles that are being filled. But this play with this group of people took us, I think, all of like 10 minutes. Because everybody was so clearly the people that were in this play. So that was a definite like gift to start out with. As far as the director side of it, we actually allocated 3 rehearsal days for just relationship work. There was a Ryder and Nadine day, a Ryder and Phoebe day, and a Phoebe and Erin day. And those days were really awesome because it was a lot of like, and this is something that we got to do because of the format that we did it. And we did, this isn't usually a usual thing for putting up a play, but we really got to dive deep about what is going on here between you two and how do you relate to each other. So like the older sibling, younger sibling kind of dynamic between Erin and Phoebe versus the kind of siblings on equal ground thing going on with Phoebe and Ryder. And then the real challenge was between Ryder and Nadine. How do we kind of show that there's a spark here and there's some sort of a connection without making the audience feel like they've been cheated at the end when they don't end up together? So that was a real challenge, but that's kind of how that all played out. Can you show us your real names now? So guys, if you want to like change your name on the thing, like to who you actually are, like go for it. Unless you're hiding from the law, in which case you do you. Alrighty. And then the last question. Question for Joan. How did it feel to watch your words realized in this setting? Sarah Gibbon.
Oh my gosh. Sarah Gibbon is someone who's very, very dear to me. I actually met her doing a virtual production of King Lear, and we're actually involved in another virtual production together right now of Shakespeare in the Vine's Leading Ladies, which I'm really excited about. But it was so fulfilling in a way that I never expected, in the sense that being able to combine this group of people from all over the continental US and to be able to kind of like work on this together, come together, share all of these different perspectives, not only like geographically, but emotionally, socially, all of these different things. I hate to use this analogy, but it was kind of like the perfect storm, because I don't know that this play would have really been heard again had it not been for the quarantine. But also being able to see it over Zoom. I was talking about this a little bit with the actors yesterday. All of the characters, or I should say the actors behind the characters, developed these incredible nuances that was just so amazing to watch. And even though it was constricted and we can only really act from kind of the torso up, it didn't even matter. Like, I still feel like I learned so much about these characters and their interactions with each other, even though those interactions were virtual. And it gives me a lot of hope going forward. I know that we're in very unprecedented times with the quarantine, and I know that theaters are going to take a while to reopen. And honestly, thank goodness, because safety is what's most important. And I know that like Texas, for example, is reopening and it's all very scary. And I do think that this is something that is so viable to keep doing going forward. If for nothing else, the purpose of like new work development and innovation of new scripts and things. And new work development is the sphere of theater that I want to go into. And I know it's kind of, I shouldn't say small, but it's a little bit niche. And this project, even with it being over Zoom and during quarantine, was like food for my soul. So again, a very convoluted answer to a really great question. But yeah.
So actually, to bounce off of that, the perfect storm thing, I can honestly tell you, I don't think I would have formed a theater company if it weren't for the quarantine. I went to college to be an actor, and I am an actor first. This was my first public, I've directed things like at school, but this is my first time like directing publicly as well. So it really was. And in a really weird way, I'm grateful for Corona because I get to do this. And I never would have done this if we weren't in this situation. And also kind of the way it formed was really special because the people who wanted to do art the most were the people who signed up first, because this wasn't for anything public initially. This was just for the purpose of making art. So we really did, just by virtue of the way it formed, ended up with the the most dedicated people we could find. And then about the new theater thing, me and Joan, before we went public, Joan's been a huge part of forming kind of what the Resilience Group is and what we stand for. And Joan has played a huge part in kind of shaping the identity of it. And we talked a lot about it before we were even planning on going public. But this is something that we want to focus on a lot because the bigger the theater gets, the more commercial viability becomes an issue. You know, higher budgets mean they need more money and they need more audience. But we're kind of in this unique situation, especially now, where we can just like take new plays and put them in front of people and make them real. And I mean, especially in scenarios like this, like I couldn't imagine people not getting to see this play. It's fabulous. So just kind of being able to provide that as well is just very special, and it feels very important and very good for the artistic world.
Can I pick something?
Yes, you may.
Yeah. Hi. So I came onto this later than everyone else. I wasn't there for the first reading. So coming onto this as sort of an outsider was interesting because I was in the private readings, but I'd never been in like planning for a public reading before on Zoom. And it was just so well organized. Like we had a call sheet every day for a Zoom. Like I just want to shout out, like honestly, everybody, like this was.
That also should really go to Jacob. Jacob was the head of like everything organizational for this show. So
but just like I think that was really cool that everybody dedicated like a little part of themselves to this project, even though we have like our overlords and saviors of Joan and Jacob, like the JJ squad. We're like the little disciples, and that's been really fun.
Thank you so much, Chris. Sorry, I said your name. I know you're hiding from the law.
Hiding from the law, redacted. Fun. Kristen.
I just had also to piggyback. I had thoughts that occurred to me while these lovely people were speaking. You know, because the state of the theater world is very uncertain right now, industry-wide. We don't know when theaters will be open again. We don't know when theaters will be open at 50% capacity, 75% capacity. And that goes for movie theaters as well. And that can seem very bleak very easily. Mm-hmm. But I think that this whole virtual production flux that's come about because of all of this is creatively really exciting, just because it's a very different medium to be working in. And as a writer, there's so many ideas of the way that this technology can be used, and even used beyond readings, and incorporated in with like aspects of site-specific theater, and like the possibilities are endless, in spite of how hopeless the situation seems for the theater industry.
Yeah.
So create, everyone create something.
Great work is coming out of this time. It already is, and I think accessibility in theater is also improving a lot in a really, really interesting and effective way. So I couldn't agree more, Adie.
Absolutely. And I hate to keep it going, but we're going to keep it going for a sec. Accessibility in theater. That's the other really exciting thing about this, because especially when you get to like the big commercial settings, theater becomes very monetarily constrictive as far as the people who can afford to go see it, especially, you know, now Broadway is becoming more and more and more popular again. You can pay upwards of $500 to $700 a ticket to go see a Broadway show. And it's important that everybody gets access to it, because people who can't afford it or can't make it to these, you know, to cities like New York or Boston or Philadelphia, deserve to get some sort of exposure to it, because theater in any sort of capacity is a really magical, important, and especially in hard times for humanity and hard times politically and so on, it's the voice of the people who aren't heard. It's the mirror held up to society as like, take a look at yourself and reevaluate. There's so much important things that come out of doing theater and making art, and the ability to make that accessible is, I think, and I'm really glad AD brought that up, really important. And I think everybody here feels very lucky about being able to do.
I hate to do this, okay, but also he said accessibility, and the other form of accessibility is also something that works really well with a reading over Zoom. My blind dad, that sounds like an 80s like family movie starring Macaulay Culkin, My Blind Dad. But my blind dad was listening to the reading tonight, and you basically got an audio described performance tonight with the stage directions being read out, which I think is a really cool aspect of doing theater this way as well.
Yeah. Got anything to add?
Didn't even think about that, AD. Thank you so much for adding that.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how accessibility is like increased so much by technology.
And even the technology in person in theaters has gotten really, really great. Even at the regional level, most big tour houses now have audio description headsets. They'll have a closed caption night. So it's really amazing. Yeah.
And I'm interested to see how the two keep informing each other going forward.
Yes. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for your amazingly insightful and deep questions. Thank you all for sticking around and answering them, and also making this show happen. And thank you all for coming and watching and allowing us to do what we love to do, because theater doesn't exist without an audience. So on that note, thank you all for coming to the inaugural performance of the Resilience Group and the world premiere performance of the amazing play Lazer Gator. Good night, everybody.